Muted. Good evening, everyone. We are here. We are live. I am coming to you from Cafe Alfred Bouvet in Griffintown, and we are here for Mary Gallagher's night. Once every 7 years, she reappears to look for her head, and we are here for it. I was unfortunately not able to make it to the last one, but I'm here this year, and I'm very excited to see what happens. And our team at Stygian Media, we're bringing you along with us. So we've got a few things planned. This is actually our very first live stream outside of the comforts of our own respective caverns. So I hope you will bear with us if there are any issues, but we did do a tech check earlier, which it'll be unlisted eventually, but it's still up right now if you want to watch me and Sarah flounder around a little bit and be goofy. So I'm just going to turn the comments on here so I will be able to see what you are saying. Everyone else will be able to see. We are cross-streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So many, many new things going on here. If you are coming from Facebook or Twitch, welcome. If you are one of our loyal YouTube audience members, welcome, welcome. It's great to see you. I know that there are a lot of people here who are fans of Haunted Montreal, all of our crazy stories. I think we're at over 700 hauntings in Montreal that are recorded, and that's it. It's a very old city. We know there are more than 700. Absolutely. But that's how many are recorded so far by the amazing Donovan King over at the Haunted Montreal Tourism Company. And he is running tours all night, he and his actors. So they started at 5, and the last tour, I believe, is at 9:30. There are still some tickets left for the final 2 tours. That's one in English, one in French. So you can still get in on those if you are actually in Montreal. But if you're not in Montreal, you get to see everything here, or almost everything. The experience is going to be, a little bit different if you're in the milieu, shall we say. But of course, we're here to entertain you and bring you in on it and do something a little extra special because this is a really special night, honestly. If you saw our last video, the Haunted Montreal series, we did do a video about Mary Gallagher and her story. We did another one before that was a little bit of a teaser last year. Mary Gallagher is one of Montreal's most famous ghosts. We've got Mary and we've got Simon McTavish. Those are kind of like your main ones that you hear about when you hear about our Montreal ghosts. And Dr. Mab is popping in. You're going to see him later. You're going to see everyone from the team. So what we've got going on here right now is our HQ, and we are going to have team members sort of alternating between here. So I've got the first hour to welcome you in, and Sarah is actually over at the Griffintown walking tour. So we're going to say hi to her in about 7 minutes. I'm watching her down below on my little screen, and I'm going to get a note from her when she's ready to go. So we are going to switch over to her in a little bit. But for now, I get to introduce everyone and entertain you. So if you happen to be over on Twitch and you are just tuning into this and wondering what on earth this is, we are Stygian Media. We are a Montreal horror publisher. Sorry, there's some gnats. It's summer. It's going to happen. We are a horror publisher as well as a video producer. We do quite a lot, maybe too much, some people might say. We publish books. It actually started off as my publishing house, the Stygian Society, and also a separate YouTube channel, Haunted Montreal, which was adapting the Haunted Montreal blogs into video format. And just this past April, we merged the two into Stygian Media, and now we just cover a whole lot of horror. We're bringing in movie reviews, a lot of really cool stuff like that, and we're becoming Canada's home for horror. That's our goal at the moment. Not that we are alone. There are a lot of amazing horror producers, horror companies. Rue Morgue comes to mind immediately. I absolutely adore them. But we're doing something a little different, something, that's just ours. And we've been lucky enough to have people join in on YouTube and read our books and enjoy what we're doing. So if you're new, I hope that you enjoy as well. So yeah, we're going to hang out for a bit. We're at 7:23 now. The tour for Haunted Griffintown is going to start at 7:30 p.m. And Sarah Beaupre, who runs oh my gosh, my brain just dies. our venue series, Backstage After Dark, she is going to be on site attending there. You're not going to see the whole walking tour because that would be spoiler, but you are going to get to see a little bit of the intro. You're going to get the vibe of the thing. We're going to see a bit of the crowd. We're going to see the location and just see everything that is going on with Haunted Montreal, this every 7-year Mary Gallagher experience. What we will be building up to, if you looked at the description of our videos, we've got another stream scheduled for later. So we played around with the idea of having just a continuous stream that goes on through the whole night while things are happening, but that didn't really make sense just because of the way things are happening. So our first stream is going to be until 9 p.m. Eastern. So you get me here at HQ until 8:15. Then Sarah is going to come and join and run our HQ from 8:15 to 9. Then we're going to take a break from 9 until 10:30, and 10:30 we're going to get set up, and then we will be back here at 10:45. Dr. Mab will be managing things at that point, so he'll say hi to you. If you have any questions, conversations in French at 10:45, he will be able to converse with you that way. As someone who's originally from Winnipeg, we didn't have the best French education there, so Sarah, Mary, we're all very excited to see Mary tonight. We hope she appears. Some people have been saying that they haven't seen her since the 20s, but that is not the case because Haunted Montreal, tourism agency, not our series, related, not the same, they ran an event, a very big event similar to this 7 years ago, and there were sightings. So Dominique Desormeaux of 13 Spirits Paranormal saw her. There were multiple other people who saw her as well, and I believe Aurora, the medium, also saw her. She is there tonight. We're going to talk to her a little bit later too, and it's going to be a very interesting night all around. I'm very excited to see how this turns out. A little more on the program while I talk to you about this. Feel free to say hi in the chat, by the way. The chat is right here on the screen. We'll be able to see it, and we're happy to talk with you. I know there are a lot of people who were born in Montreal who are not in Montreal anymore, who might want a glimpse at what's going on. It's not just going to be me in the HQ the entire time. You are going to see people on the street, people in the thick of the action. At 8 p.m. there is going to be a candlelight vigil as well as a blessing. So we're going to be a fly on the wall for that. We're not going to be interrupting that in any major way, but we're going to have a set camera so that you'll be able to see that take place and be a part of it and think about Mary, the history of Griffintown, just everything that came from there. Griffintown was a notorious shanty town back in the 1800s. A lot of Irish immigrants came over on what they called coffin ships, bringing the plague. It was a very sad state. These people were, incredibly hardy. Their community was really strong. And even though there was a lot of, poverty and hardship among that, they just, they fought through, and Griffintown, that was its roots. So when we talk about Mary Gallagher, we really acknowledge a lot of that as well, the Irish history within Montreal. I think that that's really important to keep in mind on a night like this, especially when we look at what happened to Mary, what her life was like, and what happened to Susie Kennedy as well, because, we talk about Mary Gallagher as the primary victim of this, with having her head severed and also her arm, we've learned. But Susie Kennedy was as much a victim in this as well. We still don't know the entire story, and we can muse about it as we like, right? And I would be very interested in hearing all of your theories about what could potentially have happened on that fateful night. And maybe Mary herself will tell us later when she appears at midnight. So we're coming up on 7:28, and I'm checking our little chat here just to see if Sarah is ready. I can see her in the screen, but I will get the signal to go any moment now when they start. Excuse me if I'm constantly dealing with this. My wig is having a really fun time with me right now. But yeah, so we're just coming up, and I've got Marc-Andre right across from me here making facial expressions at me and distracting me. Okay, so this is what you get with a Stygian Media Live. Just so you know, there were cat videos, a cat photo being shown. That's very distracting for me. I love cats. All right, 7:29. And so, okay, so they are not getting started yet, but they will be soon. Welcome to anyone who's just joining the chat. We are here for Mary Gallagher's night, and we are going to be going a while on this stream. This one goes until 9 p.m., but then we're going to have a break. So I hope that anyone is here for this first part of the stream, where you're going to see a little bit about the Haunted Griffintown walking tour. You're going to see the candlelit vigil, the blessing, the unveiling of a really amazing statue. You'll have to watch and see. That'll be the first part. Then we are going to come back at 10:45, and you're going to see an investigation. You're going to see some potential medium activity, maybe in connection with Mary. And we are very hopefully going to see Mary herself at midnight. So throughout, be sure to keep an eye on the screen. Not necessarily on our HQ screen, because I don't know if this location is haunted. It may very well be. It is an old building, so it might be. We have to do some investigating. Maybe we'll find out tonight. But when we're on the streets, when we're on the corner of William and Murray, where it was that Mary was, where she lost her life tragically, then we are going to want to know if you see anything. So let us know. Orbs, Mary herself, and we'll of course let you know if we see anything, and perhaps we catch something on film. That would be very, very interesting. We do not have this opportunity again for another 7 years, so it's a really, really special night. All right, so as I was mentioning, there are quite a lot of tours going on tonight. Usually Haunted Montreal will do a French tour and an English tour in one location, one of each, when they have their tour nights, and it's summer, so it is building up right now to be a lot more tours. There's a bit more of a break in the winter. The pub crawl goes all year round, but not every tour. You're not gonna do every tour, especially the mountain in the middle of a Montreal winter. I don't think anyone wants to go dragging themselves up the mountain in the snow and ice in a Montreal winter. Just a hunch. And I mean, that's coming from me as a Winnipegger who puts up with weather that's colder than Mars. Hello, thank you for the thumbs up. Nice to see you. I see one of our YouTube viewers, Mosfet. Hope you are having a good evening. I hope you hang out with us for a while. This is just my little preamble right now as people show up, and we're going to be seeing a little bit about the Haunted Griffintown tour, then jumping over to the corner of William and Murray shortly after, and just seeing how everything goes with this night. So anyone who wants to say hi in the chat, feel free. Drop a comment, drop a super chat. We're here almost all night. Pretty much all night, with one little break from 9 to 10:30. But that'll just give you time to get into your pajamas, grab a cocoa, and come back and get into the really ghosty stuff at 10:45. So that's when it is going to get a little different. We're going to we have the spirit box, we have a REM pod, we've got the EMF meters, so we're going to be doing an investigation starting at 11. So 10:45 we come back online, give you a bit of time to join in. 11 p.m. is the investigation leading up to Mary's appearance at midnight. But until then, we are doing our pre-show. I have my eye on the corner. You will be seeing them shortly. But yeah, like I was saying, usually Haunted Montreal, they'll do maybe one English and one French tour in a night. But tonight they're doing so many. So they've got a lot of people to manage and a lot going on. They started at 5. The final tour is not until 9:30, and they're going staggered from 5 all the way up to 9:30. So it's quite the operation. Everyone at the Haunted Montreal team has been working super hard behind the scenes, and it's just been really cool to see this all come together. We've over at Stygian Media, we've been doing a lot in the month leading up to this too. I know a lot of us have, sacrificed a lot of time and energy, but it's really, really worth it because this is a ton of fun to be a part of. When I was first moving here last time, I just narrowly missed this. So I just found out about Mary like a year after the 7-year mark. And so I just missed it. So I'm happy to be here now for this. And I hope we get to see Mary. So, all right. So I'm going to bring Sarah onto the stage here. Hey, Sarah.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. There's so many people on this tour.
Yeah. Amazing.
I think there might be like 45 people.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. We've got Anton as the actor for tonight. Mm-hmm. We're not going to bother him too much, though. We're just going to get his little introduction and see where we go from there. We're going to walk to a corner to say his little introduction to the tour, and then we'll make our way out somewhere else, cause some trouble in some other corners.
Excellent.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I don't know if it might rain. I don't want to say it, but it gets kind of windy out here.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see
but
that.
It'll be extra spookier.
That's true. I'm not hearing any of the wind come through, at least.
Yeah, these microphones are pretty good.
Yeah. Just gonna say.
What are we saying?
Oh, we have a quick little hello from Nate Dog, who forgot this was tonight, but thanks for having us along for the ride. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Nate.
Hello, proud to be a Canadian. Nice to see you here.
I'll show you. Anton is stopping. Okay, I'm gonna change the camera so you can see little Anton do his thing, and I'm gonna be quiet.
Okay.
Big group. If you guys like to stand on the right, anybody that can fit on the right, there's more room in this hole. Just make sure you don't fall into the gravel pit as I almost just did. So welcome everybody. If you'd like to step forward as much as possible, just because this is an active street, there might be cars that come along. So if you're on the street, just start to step onto the sidewalk. Good evening, everybody. My name is Anton. I'm going to be your guide tonight. I have the great pleasure to welcome you to the Griffintown neighborhood here in Montreal. Just out of curiosity, maybe by a show of hands, how many are from Montreal proper tonight? So quite a few. And people that are not from Montreal now. Okay, so also quite a few. Where are you guys from, by the way? Just out of curiosity. Get yourselves or yourself from Ottawa. From Ottawa. And you guys? From Quebec City, okay. And you guys are from, I think, Boston? Right. So we have an international crowd tonight. We are in a neighborhood that is reputed to be haunted. That has ghosts in it. So you guys all know that this is a ghost tour, right? Just checking, because some people show up to these things, they're like, what? There's ghosts? Yeah, we're going to be talking about haunting. This neighborhood actually has layers and layers of history underneath our feet. And it's under construction perpetually. Montreal has always been and always will be. But when the construction crews dig into the foundations for new condo units or a new apartment that's going to be towering above us here, they find the old secrets of this neighborhood. And what I mean by that is sometimes they will find skeletons, literally, bones that might have to be dated by an archaeologist, that somebody has, a construction crew will have on speed dial. Sometimes they'll find weaponry, bayonets that used to be attached to long rifles. You guys know what a bayonet is, by the way? Everybody? Well, just for those that might not, it's kind of like a knife that you attach to a rifle. And then when they shoot, by the way, I'm not shooting, I'm just kind of reminding you. But when they shoot you, they will also stick the knife into your gut. And then they'll go like this, and then like that. And it will eviscerate a person. The guts will fall out. Really not pretty. The Brits used to have that as they marched through this neighborhood when they used it as a military base to come and take over the city of Montreal. I point that way because the original foundations of the Ville Marie used to be surrounded by a palisade just a 15-minute walk from here in the old port of Montreal, where the French buildings now stand, or that stands since the very day that it was founded. But here, the Griffintown has always been an industrial neighborhood, even from day one. That means there have been factories that were built here. If you can imagine, just above us, towering chimneys spitting black smoke fumes into the sky. If you've ever seen the pictures or the paintings of the Industrial Revolution in England with just like clouds of black smoke everywhere, this used to be the lay of the land here. And all of this pollution, all of the chrome and zinc and byproducts like, I don't know, nickel and mercury and what have you. The city used to just kind of dump into the Lachine Canal, a waterway that stretches about 17 kilometers just to the south of here. That was kind of built in order for ships to go around the Lachine Rapids, because south of here, off the island of Montreal, the waterway is too turbid. It's too dangerous for shipping to do any kind of detour. So they actually had to cut an actual canal through this neighborhood. We're going to see it. We're going to walk right alongside it. I see most of you guys are wearing closed-toed shoes, which I congratulate you for, because there are rats in the neighborhood. Is anybody partial to rats here? Do you love rats? You don't love rats. Okay. There's either one or the other. You know, I've never met somebody that's in between the two. It's always like, I hate rats or I love them. Montreal has a big rat problem. A lot of people, when they went to work from home during COVID, they left their office buildings to the rats, who moved in, started eating all the computer wire in the walls. And then they became quite large and have been ever since, because they also like to eat the remains of poutine that the tourists throw out into the garbage can. So as we walk tonight, please don't touch any of the rats. Something comes to scratch at your little, Achilles heel, please don't touch it. Do pay attention to the sensations, however, within your body, within your periphery, whatever person is next to you. Maybe, turn to your left and right. See who's next to you right now. Try to shake their hand, maybe. See if they're actually corporeal. See if you can actually touch the person next to you. Anybody's an actual ghost? I'm sorry. I just blew your cover, guys. But with that in mind, as we walk, if you do notice that there is a ghost that has started hanging out on your left shoulder, blowing you kisses, or a little wind that has come and started to, just gently brush at your cheek, do let me know afterwards. I love to hear all kinds of sensations that people have had on these tours. As we walk, we're going to go through our historic neighborhood. I invite you to look up and down, left and right on all of the buildings that surround us. Most of them are condo units, but you will see some very old buildings as well. The first one that we're going to is an old church that might or might not still be there. So follow me right this way.
All right, you guys see me?
Yeah, we got you.
All right, I think that's the end of us for the tour. If you want to see more, you gotta buy tickets. I'm so sorry, no freebies here. But if you also just want to come to the corner tonight and hang out, we got some free stuff happening. A lot of spooky people and a lot of weird things going on. So yeah, come check it out, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Well, sorry.
Thank you, Sarah.
No problem, and I'll see you soon.
See you soon. All right, so that was just a little taste. Now, don't worry, it's not all going to be teasers. That's the only one. With the tours, we always like to encourage people to actually come on board and get the full experience. Donovan has done so much work with putting together these incredible walking tours. This is not just a one-night thing for them. There's Griffintown regularly, the Haunted Mountain, like I was mentioning before, Haunted Old Montreal, Haunted Downtown, and there's also 2 paranormal investigations. So very cool experience. I mentioned that I'm not originally from Montreal. When I moved here, once I found out about Haunted Montreal, that is really how I got to know more about the city. So I have a lot to thank them for. I appreciate what they do so much, and it's been so cool to be, a part of that in whatever way we can be. And so if you are living in Montreal or visiting Montreal, highly recommend one of the tours. They are great. If you love history, if you love hauntings, it's the place to be. So with that, Sarah is going to be heading back to the HQ, and we're just waiting on Dr. Mab to make his way down to the corner of William and Murray, which is the infamous spot where Mary Gallagher passed away. I'm just going to show you for a second here. This is what that corner used to look like. So you're going to see it in a bit, and it's going to look very, very different. So Mary Gallagher was murdered in the middle house. Now, I'm going to apologize because I did not test how to actually draw on this or if that's even possible. But if you see, there's a slightly smaller one and then the middle one right beside it. And so if you look at the small house, there's the window closest to it. The one after that to the left, my left, yes, is the window, the room where it happened. And that is what this corner looked like. Slim Vervnet, hello, black screen. Interesting. Let me just do a little quick tech check. This is going to be, like I said, this is the first time we're doing a stream like this. So let me just take a look and see on my end what is happening. Oh, fixed. Okay, great. Yeah, for anyone who's watching, feel free to let us know if there are any issues at any point. We did our best to do as many tech checks as possible, but it's live, so it can always get a little bit wonky. So that is what the corner looked like. You're going to see fairly soon when Mab makes his way there what it looks like now, which is very different. It now is home to ETS, the École Technologie Supérieure, and they have multiple pavilions around there. And Pavilion D is the one that is right across the street from where this happened. Now, one of the events that we're covering tonight at 8:30 is a statue unveiling. The talented MC Snow, who you've probably seen his other art around the city, he is doing a concept piece for a potential Mary statue. I'm not going to say more about that because Donovan is going to share that information at 8:30. And you're going to see a very different corner at that point. Another interesting thing we found, Sarah has been doing a lot of research into the history of Mary Gallagher and everything and looking through, newspaper articles and stuff like that. And she actually has a little floor plan here of what the rooms look like where Mary met her fate. So it's not hyper detailed, but you can see what I was talking about with the little William Street window there. And that is about what that very sort of simple second floor would have looked like, where we had Mary decapitated and the poor child down below whose mother owned the rooming house saying, go check on all that noise up there. Imagine if you were a kid and your mom is like, there might be something suspicious going on. I'm going to send my child up there to see it because there might be a lot of blood and I don't want to deal with it. That's just how it was in the 1800s. So I hope you're all doing well tonight. 7:47, we should be seeing Dr. Mab pop up soon. He's going to be accompanied by Marcus, who is one of our producers, and he also is a writer with Stygian Media, with our publishing branch. And he has a story that's coming out and I do too, in our most recent zine, our up and coming zine. The zine's next theme is called End of Days. And as you can imagine, it's a little bit apocalyptic. So that's going to be coming out on July 3rd if you want to check that out. I know that most people are here for the ghosts on the YouTube channel, the investigations, all that good stuff. But we also do books and magazines, and they are pretty cool too. So if you're a reader, stygianmedia.ca will be releasing those, and you can also get print versions of them on Blurb. Sorry, I don't want to just spend all this time plugging, but I really like the stuff that we do, and we have really, really cool writers, and I like to give them their spotlight whenever I can. So let me know. I know we've got a fairly quiet group tonight here. How are you all doing? Who here has heard the story of Mary Gallagher? I'm going to throw your comments up on the screen. I'd love to hear who knows the story, who doesn't know it, who's from Montreal. Tell me a little bit about who is tuning in, whether you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. Hello to everyone there. This is our first big cross stream outside of our respective caverns. So I'd say it's going pretty decently so far. But there can always be tech issues. So we have one heard about it before. Cool. So if anyone didn't hear, Mary is one of our most notorious ghosts. She comes back every 7 years looking for her head. There's going to be more about this story a little bit later in the stream, but for now, Sarah, no, we really don't. It's mostly just hiding inside our little caverns, talking on Discord. There's a lot of Discord chatter. And hello to the rest of our team, anyone who couldn't make it out tonight. We miss you, we love you, and can't wait to see you on the next one. We've got a really awesome team. Jason, in particular, who you have yet to really see on this channel, but you will. He is also part of the tourism agency. So he is working his butt off right now, doing tours and managing everything on the corner over there. I said it before, but there's so much work that goes into this on both sides with Haunted Montreal and with Stygian Media, and like everyone's been really amazing with it. So anyone who's been assisting, anyone who's been spearheading any of this, thank you so much. Also, a huge thank you to, you might see him at some point, maybe not, a thank you to Peter, who came in to do tarot at the very last minute, and he's been amazing. So we're having a great, great night over here. I can't wait to show you what it's like over on the corner, but we're waiting for our other team to get a little bit set up there. I think they're going to do a still cam because, as I told you, there is a candlelit vigil going on, so we don't want to, just storm in there talking the way I am right here. This is HQ talk, not William and Murray talk. So we're going to wait for them to actually get their camera set up, and then you're going to be able to actually see the vigil going on. There's a priest there to do a blessing. This is what Donovan King from Haunted Montreal set up last time as well. And it's a great thing to have, especially given the history of Griffintown, the religion around it, and, Mary's immortal soul. We want to ensure that she is blessed, that maybe as much as we enjoy waiting to see her every 7 years, maybe someday she can move on out of the tumultuous life that she led. Although at the same time, maybe she enjoys just kind of hanging out with the rest of us every 7 years. You never know. I sometimes wonder what I would want to do as a ghost. I think I would want to haunt a library. Let me know what you guys would want to do while I swat fruit fly. If you guys passed away and you got to choose anywhere to haunt, where would you haunt? I know there's at least 10 of you here, so let me know what you would do, because I think it would be a library. It's got to be a library, but it's got to be a big one, because one of the worst things about passing away is that you don't get to finish every book that you want to finish. And maybe that's just me as a publisher and a writer, but I would love to finish all the books. An arcade. Okay, that's also a good one, though, because I would also love to play all the games. So I agree. That's a good one. That's a good one. Basically anywhere where you can access like all the possible media in the world and then just keep going through that forever. But I'd want to be able to create it as well. So I don't know, maybe a library with a big art studio in it, but would I be able to paint as a ghost? I would work on that. All right, we just had Dr. Mab enter the studio. So I'm going to check and see. If he's ready to be on camera. I'm seeing him, but I don't want to put him up before he's ready. We also, like I mentioned, we've got Marcus over there as well, our producer and also a Stygian author. And I'm going to communicate with them to make sure that they are ready to go. And then you're going to get to see a little bit of what is going on at the corner. So give me 1 second here to be on. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear the music going on. All right, he's good to go. I was going to say, I hope you can't because copyright would not be happy with me. All right, so we have Dr. Mab here. Hey, Dr. Mab, how's it going?
So I'm here at the corner of William and Murray, and we are just waiting for things to begin.
Excellent.
So I'm just gonna move away from the camera and let you see what's going on.
Okay, cool.
So this is the actual corner where she was killed and beheaded. And this is where the statue will be unveiled. This is the artist. And we have over there, some people waiting with some people from Haunted Montreal. So I think there's going to be some waiting for the next few minutes.
Makes sense? If you can hear me. I'll shoot you a message. Alrighty. All right, so you got a little bit of a look at the corner and what's going on there. We have one slight issue with communication in that it's not very easy for our team out at the corner to actually hear what's going on here. Yeah, I mean, as someone who is a fan of older buildings, I too appreciate the little houses, the wood-sided houses. I appreciate that as well. I've got a note from Sarah here for 1 second. I'm going to throw up a little be right back for 1 minute while Dr. Mab gets ready, and I'm going to check in with my team for 1 second right here. So please stay. I will be right back.
I'm very pleased.
Okay, we figured it out.
There you are.
Alrighty, yeah, we're learning how StreamYard works for these things right now. All right, so Dr. Mab is moving over to the candle station. Thank you for bearing with us. We are still very much learning this. I'm used to doing writing streams, so that's very much me in, again, my cavern writing. Just the one view, so this is very new. So yeah, I agree. Like, I think that the modern architecture is cool, but for me, it's always old buildings. I grew up in old houses. one of the first homes I lived in was literally on a street called Elm Street, and it had a secret room that we had to discover when we moved in there. So I come from that stuff and I love it. So I'm just waiting to see if Mab is ready for us to actually see what's going on here. They're kind of hanging out and looking at the various stuff that is going on. All right. So while we wait, if anyone else would like to say a hello, join in the conversation. This is very much a community activity. We don't bite very hard, so yeah. Let me know how everything's coming through for you. I know for me, everything looks great on my end, but I know we are on Wi-Fi and it might be a little bit choppy. So hopefully it's not too terrible. All right, so I am going to add Dr. Mab to the stage just so that you can see sort of what's going on here, but he's not going to be talking yet. And we'll continue going with our Wi-Fi and hope that it will survive with us and be okay. I have. I'll have to get a behind-the-scenes shot at some point of this little team going on here. Throw it up on Instagram or something. I've got my my double tech team here with Mike and Sarah. That's going to go up on Instagram. So be sure to follow us on Stygian Media, and you can check out. For now, I'll see if I can show you.
Talk to the mic.
Yes, talk to the mic. Sarah Beaupre.
Only gonna be here today.
Okay.
Next
Well,
weekend, so.
I think I just heard Dom from 13 Spirits Paranormal, so I'm putting the. All right, we got Donovan.
Hello,
All
ladies
right.
and gentlemen.
Hi,
Bonsoir,
Donovan.
monsieur et dames.
Bonjour.
Hello, everyone. Bonsoir. We are here at the site of the Mary Gallagher vigil. And as you can see, we have these beautiful candles we're going to be lighting in just a few minutes.
All right, so that was a little intro for Donovan King, the founder of Haunted Montreal. So beautiful candle setup. I can't wait to see how that looks when the sun goes down. Takes a little while now for the sun to go down. It's 8 o'clock, but it's probably gonna, I can see it setting a little bit out there. Oh, I've done that thing again. Here we go. I'm back. No, I should be. Hang on. Are we seeing now?
No, you're still black.
Usually there's a little bit of a delay. Anyone who's watching, let me know if you can see me. You should be able to. This should be fine. I'm going to keep talking because I think you can at least hear me while I figure this out. But it should be all right because I have the main screen on here.
There you are.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go, you're back.
Okay.
Whatever you did.
What's up?
So I switched between prop layout and solo layout because somehow it's stuck on prop layout, even though it was on solo. Anyway, so as I mentioned, there are going to be a couple of us managing HQ. There's going to be me, then there's going to be Sarah. Have fun with that. And then there's going to be Dr. Mab. And there are still some kinks to iron out with StreamYard for sure. So yeah, it's 8:01, and I know that their plan was to get the vigil and everything going. Actually, I'm just going to add them back on the stage, but without any sound, and just so you can sort of see a bit what's going on there for a second. I'll remove it in a minute if if there's anything embarrassing. But I'm seeing a doggy. There's Dominic Desomo. There's Donovan again, and we've got some buildings and just a little bit of the vibe of the corner going on here. And this is definitely going to fill up a lot more as the night goes on because there are a lot of people going to these tours. Yeah, I noticed the puppies too. And I see Marcus over there with them immediately. He always has to get his dog time, understandably so. I just wish it was more common to have cats out and about because I love dogs. I love all animals. But when I see a good cat in a backpack, that's what I need to see. All right. Okay, so we're going to wait a little bit. They're still waiting for some people to come back from the tour. As with any event like this where there's a lot of moving parts, you have to just sort of chill and see what's going to go on. So you guys have me here until 8:15. I imagine things are going to get started on the corner before then. But at around 8:15, I'm going to be switching things off to Sarah, and I'm going to head over to the corner. So we're going to be moving around a little bit, and you're going to get to see everything that's happening. So you've seen the setup for the candlelight vigil and the blessing, and then you're going to see that actually occurring. And right after that is the statue unveiling, where you saw the location where that's going to be. We're going to actually see it happen. Hopefully we'll get a close-up little shot of the statue. If we don't immediately, I will go over and get it for you so that you can see. No spoilers, but I have seen it. I've seen some pictures, and it looks really amazing, so I can't wait for you to see it. Mary Gallagher is such an important figure in the history in the neighborhood here. There used to be Halloween traditions that have, sort of gone away by now, but where children would actually leave candy out for Mary. So it's a little different from some other traditions. Not many of us grew up leaving candy out for a headless lady who was a lady of the night who is now searching for her head. But I like it. I'm into it. I think we should bring it back. And there's going to be some representation of that with this new statue that we are hoping will be put up at the corner. ETS, by the way, has been a really amazing partner in all of this. They are giving our team access to the Wi-Fi over there, which is super nice. And they are giving us our whole spot there. As some of you might know who, before I get into that, excellent question, Keith. I actually don't know. The closest answer I can give you is that the first time someone saw her was 7 years after her murder. And it has happened ever since. I had someone say to me the other day, it is the 7-year itch, but I don't think that is the answer. I know that if you want to look into numerology, there's a lot to do with the number 7. So I think it would be a very interesting thing for people to research. But essentially just the way things have happened, the first time she was seen after her murder was 7 years after it, headless. And then she appeared 7 years after that. And now it has been, I believe this is the 21st sighting of her. So it's the 21st year that she's returned. Donovan was actually just posting about this earlier. So I'm going to double check how many years it has been now. But I believe it was the 21st. So we don't know exactly why it's 7 years for her. Maybe that's just how long it takes for her to get a little bit bored wherever she is and want to come back and see what's going on. Every 7 years, the world changes a decent amount, I would say. So every 7-year check-in would probably be an interesting way to see what's been going on. So yeah, this is the 21st Mary Gallagher Day. It has happened 21 times, including today, June 27th, because the legend dictates that she only returns once every 7 years following her murder on June 27th, 1879. The timeline unfolds as follows. Timeline of occurrences. First anniversary in 1886. Most recent prior, 2019. Current occurrence, 2026. Exactly 147 years after her death. So the next scheduled appearance would not be until 2033, which is why this is such a special experience. So they are getting ready to go on the corner. I can sort of see they have come back again. Yeah, I think it is very interesting because, I mean, a lot of the time, especially in legends and what you see in something like a novel or a film version of those legends, there's usually a really solid reason why something is happening, right? Even if you don't know it at first, even if it's a mystery, if you don't know what's happening with the ghost and that sort of thing, you don't know what's going on through the start of the story, there's always going to be some kind of explanation. So it only makes sense that isn't necessarily going to be true in the real world, because you don't always get clear-cut, clean explanations of what's going on, right? And in this case, all we know is that she returns every 7 years. We don't know what the significance of that was for her. Maybe if more research was done, we could figure that out. And we have been doing that. We've found some really interesting articles, which we might be sharing with you a little bit later, depending on how the stream goes. Sarah's been doing a lot of research for her own series. and she's found more about Mary. Like, we didn't even know at first that she had also had another appendage cut off. So we now know that when she was found, both her head and her arm were missing, and we don't know the reasoning behind that. It's like, it's like any sort of cold case where you don't get a solid answer. And in the 1800s, you didn't really have much going on in the way of forensics, right? So you're not going to have fingerprints, you're not going to have DNA evidence. DNA evidence was not a thing. So when they found all this blood in this rooming house, there wasn't much they could do with it other than clean it up. Okay, and we're on to map.
If you want to come closer. Yeah, well, what the French holding paper. Like a sentence. Sorry. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mary Gallagher Day.
Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs, et bienvenue à la soirée, la journée de Mary Gallagher.
Now, Mary Gallagher was fortunately murdered, decapitated on June 27th, 1879, on this exact site when it was a tenement house.
Malheureusement, Mary Gallagher est décédée en 1879 dans une maison qui était bâtie ici, dans l'endroit où on se tient présentement. Elle a été assassinée, décapitée.
And ever since then, people have mentioned and reported that she returns every 7 years to this exact site.
Beaucoup de personnes rapportent que Mary Gallagher, à tous les 7 ans, retourne dans le secteur en cherchant sa tête.
This will be the 21st Mary Gallagher Day. She was murdered 147 years ago on this very day.
On est rendu à la 21e édition de la journée Mary Gallagher. Malheureusement, comme on a expliqué, elle a été assassinée. C'est désolant. Il y a 147 ans, exactement.
And apparently the reason that she comes back every 7 years, gentlemen, is one reason only, and that's because she is still searching for her head.
Sorry. Alors,
Have to do the same.
I'll try to beat my mentor. Alors, Mary Gallagher retourne à tous les 7 ans pour une seule raison unique. Comme on sait, elle a été décapitée. Alors, Mary Gallagher retourne pour chercher sa tête.
So tonight we are starting this event with a candlelight vigil, offer a prayer to Mary, hopes that she finds her head tonight.
Alors, on va débuter les activités avec une petite soirée à la chandelle. On va allumer des chandelles. On va souhaiter à Mary Gallagher de pouvoir retrouver sa tête ce soir. On va souhaiter ça. On va prier fort pour ça. On va prier fort aussi pour qu'elle puisse vous apparaître et donner une vidéo.
On that note, I light the first candle.
Dans le ville, va allumer la première chandelle.
And now we invite you to light one yourself.
On va vous inviter chacun votre tour, si vous voulez, à vous avancer pour allumer une chandelle et faire une petite prière pour Mary Gallagher. Je vous demanderai de ne pas pomper tout en même temps. Sorry, I was praying. Yeah, no problem. You can record whatever you want. You can take pictures, no problem whatsoever. At the end of the evening, we'll send you the bill. I'm joking. It's totally free. You can do, as you can see, everybody's filming and stuff like that, so don't be shy. Je vais juste répondre à une question. Le monsieur me posait la question, vous êtes libre de prendre des photos, de filmer ce que vous voulez. Il n'y a aucun problème, on vous envoie la facture à la fin de la soirée. So, Mary Gallagher avait 39 ans quand elle est rentrée. Le soir qu'elle est arrivée. L'accusatrice, qui est Suzanne Kennedy, avait 26 ans. Et il y avait un autre monsieur qui était dans les affaires, qui s'appelle James Flanagan, avait 30 ans. Michael Flanagan. On en fait aussi Montréal Hanté, si jamais ça intéresse quelqu'un. Montréal Hanté, on offre des vidéos hantées sur la chaîne de Montréal Hanté, en français et en anglais. Alors, si jamais ça vous intéresse, à tous les 13 du mois aussi, on a une sortie qui s'appelle, c'est un vlog. À tous les 13 du mois, c'est tout à fait gratuit, inspiré. Montréal Hanté, on vous envoie l'histoire hantée du mois. On est rendu à 131 histoires hantées de Montréal dans tous les Montréal. Alors, c'est tout à fait gratuit. I was saying to the people, on every 13th of the month, Content Montreal has a blog going up. It's free for everybody. All you have to do is drop us your email. We'll send that every 13th of the month. We're around Montreal.com. I forgot. Yes. Take it back again. Est-ce que dans ta salle? Il faut pas faut faire une campagne dans la carte. Ceux qui veulent allumer des chandelles, avancez, s'il vous plaît. You want to light up candles? Come forward. Oh, okay. Là, va dire qu'on fait, parce que elle, c'est un, puis on fait non. Ça fait pas mal. I want to know where you got Yes, sir. Both of this. Right. Come through the
Le deuxième épisode. Sauf de Canada. Donc, l'affaire de participation, c'est l'affaire
Parce que moi, je connaissais les gens de Mary Gallagher. Je savais qu'ils avaient fait une photo. Ils avaient tout appris de savoir quelques jours.
Mary Gallagher, c'est comme
Oui, moi, n'importe quand, ça peut attendre.
dans le matin.
On va donner la voir. C'est en
Ok, d'accord. Dans 7 ans. Dans le matin.
On fait un pacte de savoir quand on est en fait dans 7 ans. Bon, bon, il y a 24 ans. Je suis dans mon 25.
Je vais peut-être avoir écouté.
Je vais avoir 40. Dans des petits enfants. On a même plus de petits enfants.
Attends. Tu penses qu'à 23, tu aurais des filles? À this rate, sure.
I'm different. I'm just avec un crush.
Ça va pas.
Everybody that thought in French.
C'est encore une journée entière. Mais c'est que ça a créé. C'est qui?
Bon. Ma collègue qui t'a dit que tu je veux faire des 29 pièces et tout, je vais lui envoyer. Putain, il y en a une pour moi, ça.
Ça me fait vite.
Oh, t'es capable de passer le fait de 2 jambes sur pied, mon gars. Elle encore.
Si, elle va peut-être. Elle peut pas, peut-être à un moment donné, elle va t'aller de chercher. Et elle va prendre la tête de quelqu'un de plus grand.
Oh!
Après. Prendre la tête de quelqu'un.
Clairement. Je suis sûre qu'elle m'a raconté ça. Pour vrai, genre, imagine, à la centième apparition, elle ne l'a pas trouvé, elle a pas en tête à quelqu'un. C'est ça,
Il avait trouvé dans ta tête.
Ça va prendre 700 ans.
Hein?
Ça va prendre 700 ans.
Oh, les gars!
Ben oui.
Déjà mort. Ouais, pendant presque une heure. Oh my god, un de mes descendants, okay.
Want me to hold it? Just
No, good. Dans le journal, je m'appelle.
That's actually really creepy. C'est quand même vraiment creepy, là. Ok, c'est vraiment creepy, là. C'est le réincarnatoire.
Non.
Oh,
Dans
d'accord.
ce temps. Non, de la porte de la bouche.
Je suis sur le pied. Mais attends, elle dit que ça revient, faut que tu peux s'entendre. Elle a été démembrée. Comment?
Elle n'a pas été mauvais, elle a juste le temps.
Comment elle a été démembrée? Attends.
Ah, ben, je sais pas.
J'espère
Il y a beaucoup de gens qui essaient de parler de ça.
qu'il est dans la main à vide parce que sinon ça va aller loin.
Também com a vida.
T'as vu des gens des États-Unis aussi qui ont fait plein de choses avec les mains.
I was living on Rye for 21 years. I wanted to stay in the point, but it was no control for all.
Coming.
That's why I lived for the last year. But I'm in Port Charles every day at Columbia House doing making my coffee. Yeah, I know, I saw that.
Disappear.
Great. Okay, so welcome to the next event. As you may know, we are doing events for free all the way up until midnight when Mary Gallagher is scheduled to return to look for her head.
Alors, merci beaucoup. On est rendu à une autre partie de la soirée. La soirée se déroule jusqu'à minuit ce soir où on va finir avec une enquête paranormale où que Mary Gallagher devrait apparaître à la recherche de sa tête. On l'espère, on le souhaite très fort. Alors,
And after this event, it's 9 p.m. 9 p.m. until 10:30, there's going to be free storytelling of the Mary Gallagher story in both English and French. So if you want to hear the story, please try to be here between 9 and 10:30, and it will be free.
entre 9h et 10h30 ce soir, il va y avoir des histoires hantées. Tout à fait gratuit, en français et en anglais. On vous invite juste à venir participer. Soyez là dès les alentours de 9h30 à aller jusqu'à 10h30. Et comme on vous a expliqué, à partir de 11h, on fait une enquête paranormale.
As you may know, Griffintown was completely demolished in the 1960s by Mayor Jean Drapeau.
Comme vous le savez tous, ou peut-être vous ne le savez pas encore, le Griffintown a été détruit par le maire Jean Drapeau en 1963.
And essentially, this was a very powerful Irish community. It was a community where people during the Irish famine of 1847 moved into if they didn't have enough money to go anywhere else. This became Canada's largest shanty town.
À l'époque, le quartier est un quartier, je dirais quasiment uniquement à 80% irlandais. Communauté très forte. Beaucoup de personnes n'ayant pas les moyens se rassemblaient à Griffintown pour trouver maison et petit travail, boulot. C'était considéré à l'époque ce qu'on appelle un bidonville, si on veut.
And unfortunately, when Jean Drapeau demolished the entire neighborhood, he also demolished all of the Irish culture. There's almost nothing left in Griffintown to indicate that this was an Irish community.
En 1963, quand M. Drapeau a fait démolir Griffintown, aussi l'histoire, l'historique irlandais de Griffintown a petit à petit disparu du quartier.
There's only one real place left, which is St. Anne's Park, which was where we had St. Anne's Church. And so this church served the community for over 100 years. And once Jean Drapeau demolished the neighborhood, there were no more parishioners. So he demolished the church. And all that's left are the ruins. That's the only thing left here today.
La seule chose qui reste dans Griffintown qui est vraiment typique irlandais, c'est le parc de Sainte-Anne, où on avait l'église Sainte-Anne. Malheureusement, l'église a été démolie, alors il n'y avait plus de prêtres. Les prêtres ont disparu aussi, mais c'est ce qui reste présentement. Il reste seulement que le parc comme fondation historique irlandais ici à Montréal.
And so when the ETSQ purchased the land to build Pavilion F on the site of Mary Gallagher's murder, we intervened and we asked them to A, preserve the corner, which they did, and B, to install an artwork.
Quand l'école s'est installée, on décide de construire des nouveaux pavillons. Montréal Hanté a demandé à pouvoir préserver le coin de William et Murray et en même temps d'y installer une statue pour commémorer le coin et Mary Gallagher.
Now, the problem was the professors and the students were too scared to have a statue of a woman with no head.
Alors, beaucoup d'étudiants et de professeurs avaient très peur d'avoir une statue sans tête devant le pavillon. Alors, malheureusement, comme vous voyez, on n'a toujours pas de statue là.
And so we decided to come up with another idea, which I think is just as good.
Montréal Hanté est arrivé avec une très bonne idée. On pense que c'est une très bonne idée pour remplacer la statue manquante sur le coin de la rue.
And so we've commissioned famous Mohawk artist MC Snow, who is with us tonight. Thank you, MC. And you may know MC's work if you ever go on Peel Street. It's called Our Way. And it's the orbs all the way up Peel Street, the bronze orbs.
Alors, l'artiste qu'on vous présente ce soir, Monsieur Snow, est un artiste connu. D'ailleurs, il y en a peut-être qui ont entendu parler de son œuvre sur Peel, où on voit les orbes qui montent en montant. C'est l'œuvre de Monsieur ici.
And so, without further ado, MC, over to you.
Well, I just wanted to say how happy I am to have been asked to work on this project, commemorate Mary Gallagher. And so I've been working on a maquette, and what I'm trying to represent is some of the children getting together and putting candy down, offering candy to the ghost of Mary Gallagher, so that she won't come. Shall I unveil it now?
Yes, of course.
So I have to remind everybody that this is just a maquette, and it's a work in progress. That this is the first iteration of it, and I'm kind of adapting it to the space. I also have to mention that there was a bit of an accident when I was unboxing it. That one of the children lost their finger. So you'll see that it depicts children putting down candy and pointing at the where they see the apparition. But her finger broke off somewhere around here. So we'll just have to. So we have
Alors, pour les personnes qui n'avaient pas compris, le monsieur ici est inspiré de l'histoire de Mary Gallagher. C'est inspiré aussi des enfants qui laissaient des bonbons sur le coin de la rue pour empêcher d'être hantés par les fantômes, etc. Ce que vous voyez là est une maquette qui éventuellement va devenir une statue qui va être un petit peu plus loin, dans le secteur-là. À l'extérieur, quand vous allez voir, ça va être une grosse statue, mais ça va être exactement comme ça. Et là, si vous regardez, les enfants pointent en direction de là, c'était d'autres qui voyaient les fantômes. Alors, bon, au fantôme, il ne faut pas que vous fassiez peur. Donc ça, je vais les laisser passer et pas vous laisser après. If you want to go on. You're fine.
Okay, so essentially, as I'm still mentioned, the children, would often come here to the corner to leave candies to Mary Gallagher. And that's because their parents warned them that if you don't come home before sundown, don't eat your cabbage, don't do your homework, Mary Gallagher is going to get you. Children would come on this corner and they would leave her candy, try to bribe her to protect themselves from this headless ghost. This is very much the idea that inspired MC Stowe's maquette. And eventually we're hoping to make it in bronze. This is about 25% of the size of what it will be. But we're currently in negotiation with Technologie Supérieure to get it built right here on their property. So it's either that or La Ville de Montreal, which is much more difficult. And in that case, we might be able to put it like somewhere around there. So please feel free to have a look. And again, at 9 o'clock, storytelling will begin.
Dans les alentours de 9 heures, les discours rentrés vont commencer. Oh my goodness, you found it.
The finger?
Right there.
Like a needle in a haystack. Where was it?
I swear. It's not there.
Mary Gallagher moved it. You couldn't find her head, at least you found a finger.
That's amazing.
We were looking all over for her, looking on the ground, in the box, everywhere.
No, this is only here. It's a main market. Ở Montreal thì đều rất nhiều tên ở Montreal. Ở Montreal for example, thì on a t-shirt, on a hoodie, the people like a cowboy que veio porque eu não fiquei agarrado, Donovan, Vienna, que también está ali son todo Dr. Matt.
Did you see?
Yeah, good one.
Did you take a photo?
Yeah, I gotta head to Rockaberry pretty soon. One photo.
Hey.
Good. It's great. The figure was found. I'm so happy.
You speak crime fighting?
Je veux savoir les matériaux que vous avez utilisés, vraiment, facilement.
I have a special place for that. Yeah, my
J'ai hâte d'avoir vraiment, ça va être malade. Je l'imagine, j'ai à chaque fois, ça va être malade. Lâche pas des lampes de sang, là. La tête tombe, tu sais. Félicitations, c'est vraiment bien. Bon, c'est bien, c'est rapide.
I'm going to Rockaberry right now. Carrie's over there.
Probably more on land. Yeah.
I'm off to Rockaberry.
The full scale.
So yeah, working toward.
We just need to find the best way to do it, and so ATS is very excited. Like, well, the thing is that when you build a new building in Montreal, you have to put 2% aside for public art. And yeah, if you look at some of their public art, it's really, no offense, a little modern, abstract. It's things like, a xylophone of different colors. It's not meaningful, but this would actually be very meaningful. And they take their heritage seriously. When we talked to them, they did preserve the corner. We want to have same representative to their meetings. So I think they will fund it, put it right here. If not, we can get the Ville de Montréal. That would take a lot longer. We have to figure out where exactly to put it. But we can also fundraise. The Irish community really wants to see stuff like this here in Griffintown, and for the local residents too, and tourists. Like, there's nothing to do for tourists in Griffintown except for haunted tours. So they really need more things like this. So I thought this would be a great way to just bring back some of that Irish heritage. Get people talking. Oh, what's this all about? It's not immediately obvious. So yeah, people will be like, once they figure it out, oh my God, that's the legend. Oh, and that was murdered.
Did the kids met the kitty here or on that?
Well, on any corner, really, if it's somewhere on the corner of William and Murray. And yes. Put them on the ground. Yeah, they're doing over here.
Did she do it again? Oh, who's that? Is it working?
Who's that girl? So yeah,
Give it a
live.
second. Can you hear me? I'll get the camera on in a second. She switched that. And then
Oh, there you are.
I'm just waiting over here. No, I did something wrong. I'm kind of spooky right now because you can't see me.
Get out of the way.
Oh, I just did it.
There you go.
Do you see me now? I'm not Holly. I am not Holly. You can see how inconsistent my eyeliner is, which is, it's fine. It's fine. Hello, people. Keith, you know so much stuff, and it is such a shame you're not here right now. Because you've been reading all your stuff all night. I can't even go up to look at the rest of your comments, but thank you for all your info. You seem to know a lot about this. I would say you should drive out to Montreal right now from Laval and come hang out with us and Mary. We got some ghost tools, and we're gonna do some spooky stuff at 12 a.m. Talk to Mary. I would love to ask her about her description, because there is one photo that is, or two, or maybe three. There's a couple of different photos of Mary, but we actually don't know what she looks like with a head on. So apparently she has gray hair, a little bit older, but I mean, back in those days, a little bit older could have looked very old, or she could have been one of those who just was naturally looking young and whatever. But considering she liked to drink often, I'm sure she may have been a bit on the older looking side, but would still be curious to know what she looked like. We also come to learn that she was married, so which is quite interesting because I didn't hear that anywhere other than in the newspapers. And as Holly mentioned before, she also lost her hand. But I read a couple of the newspapers would say that she lost her arm and she lost her hand. But I read 5 different articles, and I think her hand was completely chopped off, her right hand, and her arm was cut at the top over here. but it was still attached to her body. So I don't know. Maybe someone got it wrong. I don't know. But the articles are hilarious. Like back in the days, the things that they would put in the newspapers was like kind of, it's bad to say entertaining because the woman died, but when they were on like the court thing talking about, they were talking about her death, the guy was like, he was just like so back and forth, and he sounds so suspicious for like what happened that night. Is actually, yeah, she was married. Okay. So what I read was she was married for 6 years, and just very casually, her husband, I forgot his name, but I could find the source somewhere. I have the sources on my phone, but the articles are so hard to read because it's hundreds of years old. So what was I saying? Yes. So she was married for 6 years to the same man, and her husband went to the court or whatever to like testify. I think that's the right word. And he was like, I haven't seen my wife in 2 years, like just so casually. And I'm so curious to know, why are you married and not seeing each other? Or why were you married? Like, what was the reasoning for marriage back in those days? If you're getting married, but not seeing your wife, or I'm pretty sure everyone knew that they were all sex workers. So I'm just curious to know like how that worked out. But yeah, she was indeed married. Hi, Degard. How are you doing? Degard 411. Where are you watching from? I think there's a lot of Montreal locals here. There's a lot of Montreal locals here, obviously, because Mary is dear to the Montreal heart. But I think some people from everywhere might be watching. It's going to be a pretty fun night. Point Claire. Nate Dogg is in Point Claire.
What's up, Nate Dogg?
And Keith is in Laval. I was born in Point Claire, but whatever. I don't know what's
I was born there.
I was born in Point Claire.
Yeah, represent
Point Claire. All right, and I'm assuming you're a paranormal enthusiast. How did you find this channel? Yeah, the court trials. Let me look really quickly, and I will tell you which newspaper article to read, because it's such a weird read. I was super into, and this one's actually really easy to read. And this one's in English, which if your English is great. But if it's in French, you could also just easily I have to do so much translating when I find where is she?
C'est français.
The Daily Witness. No, it wasn't the Daily Witness. I'm gonna give you which newspaper has like the crazy. Oh, you're born in Lachine. I live in Lachine. I'm a Lachiner. The Lachine Hospital, or were you born like in a house in Lachine? I'm not going to tell you too much about. It's kind of creepy to tell the people on the internet where you live, but yes, I'm a Lachiner. No, not that one. I'm trying to find the newspaper article that you need to find. It is great and the newspaper articles also call these people fools. Like they were uneducated. Like I don't think they've ever went to school. So the way that they like express themselves and speak, you kind of like judge them. I can't open it for some reason. I don't know why it always struggles. But oh, nice. Thank you, Nate. That's super cool of you to do. It's gonna get like crazy. We're gonna get crazy. This is like our first like live streaming outside of the house. So like our little portable little headquarters is nestled very cutely in was it Albert's? It's called?
I don't know where we are.
Alfred, not Albert. Sorry, it's an A name, and they made like this really cute cocktail with a little ghost inside of it, and it was like a Bloody Caesar. I'm not entirely sure what was in it, but there was alcohol in it. So if that is important to you, it indeed had alcohol in it. I just don't remember exactly the ingredients, but I think they're closing now, so I don't want to like promote it too much. But, oh, Holly's here. Hello, Holly. Do you live in Lachine now, Keith? You don't have to tell me. I'm just nosy. Yeah, I can't find which the news articles won't open for me, but yeah, it's an easy search if you're to just go on like the Montreal archives and just put in like the month and the year, maybe like June 29th, June 30th of the year that she died, and you'll see all like the information, but there's a lot of like testifying and everything like that in those. So oh yeah, okay, Keith, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you already told me you live in Laval. Have you had any paranormal experiences in Montreal? Is what I do with Stygian Media is I do videos of performance venues in Montreal. So anything with a stage, anything with a backstage. It's called Backstage After Dark. So anything related to the arts or anything with a stage, pretty much. I just recently did a video on Barfly, a very small hole in the wall on St. Laurent Street. And then before that was Café Cléopâtre, which was really fun because we went there during a fundraiser event, and we brought an EMF reader, and the EMF reader was going crazy. So it was a lot of fun. And then my first one was Lion d'Or, and it's really fun experiences. But I love hearing about people's experiences in Montreal with paranormal experiences and like public places, even if it's not a performance venue. I'd love to hear anyone's ghost stories because we're all suckers for the ghost stories around here. And is it raining in Laval? I feel like when I was outside before, when the live just started, it got so windy, and you could see like big clouds, but I think it was like going away from Montreal, and hopefully it stays like that because I think we're kind of rain ready, but it would still be unfortunate considering we have so much tech with us. But let's just hope that it doesn't rain. Good. It's been raining so much. It's been crazy, but. So Keith, do you have any paranormal experiences? I need to know. I'm curious to see that statue too. So her finger fell off. That's like, it sucks because that person did like such a good job on the statue. And I hope I get to see it up close too when I get to that corner, but it's just unfortunate that her finger fell off, but it's also kind of like, I don't know, goes with the story, I guess. I don't think that statue is Mary herself. What are you don't have to tell me your personal experiences. If it's too personal, that's fine. I've had some pretty fun, all of my paranormal experiences have been pretty fun, but scary kind of. Like I think I've kind of been possessed. But I like not giving context to that because just ending that story there is kind of fun. And it was in New Orleans during a seance. We did a seance and I got a little possessed, but things happen in New Orleans. You're going?
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right, buddy. It was nice seeing you. Safe travels.
We'll talk.
Oh yeah, for sure. Our buddy came and helped us out for a little bit. Take care. Bye. What else do we have in the chat? Oh, I could scroll up. Okay. We got 8 people watching so far. I'm not sure if it counts every single place, but it's good. We're happy. We're happier around. I'm so curious to see how the night's gonna go. So I was there 7 years ago, and there was a psychic there, and man, there's a fly who's sorry. I was there 7 years ago, and even if I do like investigations and stuff, I've never actually seen anything paranormal with my own eyes, which I think has been like something that I put out into the world. Like I do not want to see things, but hear it, feel it, touch it, whatever is fine. But to see it, I don't know if I want to see like headless ghosts and stuff. I don't know if I'm like emotionally ready to see that yet. So I kind of put it out there, and I'm pretty sure I've been heard because I haven't seen anything. You follow a lot of paranormal investigative YouTubers. Have you ever seen the drag queens on YouTube? I think they're phenomenal. I went to a Paracon last month, like the biggest, I think it's one of the biggest Paracons at the asylum in Pennsylvania, Penhurst Asylum, and there was just like a bunch of YouTubers out there. But I gotta admit, I don't know the YouTube people as much as I should. But I'm really gonna get. I clicked on one of those drags. The drag people who do drag and do ghost hunting in drag is so amazing. And there's also this dude on I guess his main thing is TikTok, but I watch him on YouTube. And what he does is he blasts music. He goes like, and he has like this big speaker that like flashes colors and stuff, and he screams like spirits, and then he starts doing like rave things, and then things just start happening. And I think that's so entertaining. Like I feel like ghost hunting doesn't always necessarily have to be scary. Like you could be debunking stuff, which is really fun because it's, you know, a lot of things aren't paranormal. And I admit that. Like every time someone's like, this is happening, that's happening, I'm like, I would look into this and look into that before you think something paranormal is happening. So, you know, there's like those types of channels, but then there's like the people who are like dress up, and, you know, I think if I were a ghost, I wouldn't want to have just like casual conversations. I want to see like entertaining people come in, and I want people to like talk to me, you know, with a sense of humor, and, you know, go and make jokes with the ghosts, and, you know, they must be bored. They must be so bored. So finding those channels that do a little bit different things with ghosts is just really entertaining to watch. So I'm gonna get into it. I promise. A little busy right now, but I'll get into it. So if you were to recommend a YouTube investigation team channel, who would you recommend? There are a lot of fake clickbait paranormal investigators, and a lot of the time not much happens. And, you know, the thing with paranormal investigations is that you watch these TV shows, you know, like the Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters, all that kind of stuff. They film for like 8 to 10 hours. Their episodes come out to like 30 to 45 minutes. Do you know how mild that is? Like, there isn't consistent things happening the whole time. Like, there's just tiny little chunks. So in 8 hours, you're going to have a door open. You're going to get a whisper. You're going to get like a REM pod going crazy or something. And that's just normal. Like, it's so mild. And when I used to teach ghost hunting, when I used to teach or do the investigations in Montreal outside, I used to tell people that I'm like, we're ghost hunting outside for like an hour and a half. So don't expect like crazy things to happen. I just want something small and specific to happen so you could kind of like experience something paranormal, because people search for a paranormal experience in order to believe it. And that was me too. I love the shows growing up. I love watching that kind of stuff on TV since I was like 8-9 years old. Like that's what I would do. Like in Canada, remember we had like there's like a ghost show on YTV, and they would like put like kids inside of like a haunted house with like, they would have like cameras on their chest, and like, or they would have like a chest piece, and then a camera would be coming out of it, and then they would just put them like in these haunted houses, and crazy stuff would happen. That was my favorite thing ever. I would love watching that. I forgot what I was saying, but I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, paranormal things, like it's a mild experience. Like not a lot of stuff happens when you're doing investigations, unless you're in like a really crazy place. But even in really crazy places, it takes like hours to like have stuff happen. So Amy's Crypt. I will write that down and I'm going to look into it. Amy's Crypt. She's on YouTube, or they're on YouTube. I will look for that. Thank you. Amy's Crypt. I'm going to write it down in my notes. Amy's Crypt. Hi.
Hi.
How was it?
Oh, good.
Did her finger fall off?
I thought it was just her arm that got cut off.
Well, the statue.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like a finger fell off the statue.
Did it?
Yeah, something like that.
so.
Something fell there, like her finger went missing or something. That's unfortunate. Okay, so it's a couple. Amy and her husband Jared. Is it called Amy's and Jared's Crypt? Really? Keith recommends it for a YouTube thing. Oh, look. Back. So we're gonna take a break. Do you want to take a break?
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
cool.
at 9:03.
Okay, perfect.
10:45 they can come back.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna take a good break. I think you could even watch a movie while we're gone. Go watch something spooky while we're gone. We'll be back at 10:45.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna start getting spooky out here. Oh, come back, Keith, if you do have the time. We are stoked to see you come back.
It's already scheduled if they want to hit the bell. So
Yeah, you could get notified on YouTube. I think you're commenting from YouTube right now. Yeah. Okay. So you could get a notification for when we come back online, and then you just click on it and then show up, and we could all hang out. So with that being said, please come back. Please come back, and we'll see you in a bit. Is it banners? No, you said it was. Was it this one? I remember it was.
You were there.
Media assets?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The loop right here.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Come back 10:45. You put your notifications on, and you'll be the first to be in the chat, and we'll be around. So enjoy your hour and 45 minutes. An hour and 40 minutes, and we'll see you soon, guys. Thank you. Bye.